Wonder what he might be thinking inside his head right now as that song comes on.
He hates the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to get rid of him. Pro debut here for Jonathan Gallegos, who weighed in here at 132 pounds yesterday at the weigh-in. We see Frank Espinoza entering the ring with him. A well-known manager who's guided the career of many, many professional fighters. The likes of which have been Abner Mars, multiple division world champion, Oscar Valdez, the current featherweight world champion with the WBO. Let's see what the Gallegos has as he makes his pro debut here, taking on another fighter that has just one pro fight to his record, Marco Geronimo, as you see here making his way inside the ring. The babyface. Coach Marquez there with him as well in the corner. Both fighters are in the ring. They seem ready. The corners are ready. Let's take it up to Pablo Flores now and get this fight started.
Damas y caballeros, Boriseca Boxing Promotions y BIB, the best in boxing, presentan este encuentro pactado a 4 rounds en la división de peso ligero. Let's get ready for 4 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division. Your 3 judges are sus 3 jueces, Iván Velasco, Francisco Pacheco y Carlos de la Rocha. And your referee in charge, su referee para este combate, el experimentado Juan Morales Lee. Introducing the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing the Mexican colors, green, white, and red. He officially weighs in at 135 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, vistiendo los colores mexicanos, verde, blanco y rojo, con un peso de 135 libras. Making tonight his pro debut, haciendo su debut profesional de la ciudad de Durango, Durango, Jonathan Gallegos. And his opponent across the ring is standing in the red corner wearing black trunks. He officially weighs in 135 pounds. Y su oponente en la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo color negro con un peso idéntico de 135 libras. Cuenta con un combate profesional. He stands with one professional bout from Tijuana, Baja California, Marco Geronimo. Now with the final instructions, ahora para dar sus indicaciones finales, Juan Morales Lee.
Llévenlas a cabo, mucho cuidado con la cabeza, no rabbit poise, no riñones, no bajo el cinturón, no golpes de revés ni con el hombro. Dense la mano que ganen mejor, suerte para los dos.
Both fighters receiving the final instructions from their corners. So we're about to begin the third fight here of our 12-fight broadcast on Fight Up TV. Thank you all for tuning in with us right now. Go ahead and spread the word to your friends and family as well to tune in. Got a lot more action still, including 3 regional world title fights and Chris Martin in our main event as we begin round number 1 in this tilt between Jonathan Gallegos, who's in the red trunks with green trim, going up against Marco Geronimo, the black shorts. And the first most apparent thing that comes to mind is, my goodness, Gallegos looks huge compared to Geronimo.
Has that height, that whole distance.
How does this guy make 130 pounds? It's like David and Goliath in here.
Yeah, Geronimo's going to have to bring that fight.
Oh, he's going to be like Geronimo and just go in.
Oh, yeah.
Throw a war cry and just go after it, because he's going to have a bit of trouble here in these 4 rounds dealing with the height and reach of Gallegos. Geronimo looks game, though.
He goes beautifully with those full level shots at that distance.
Eats some flush shots there from Gallegos. The little guy's feisty, though. He's game. seeing that Gallegos has such a height advantage, Brandon. What does he need to do to negate that?
Within pretty much, Gallegos is going to have to keep that reach on him. He's going to have to stay on the outside, land those full leverage shots. As opposed to Geronimo, he's going to have to go for broke with this. When you don't have that height, you don't have that reach, you're just going to have to make it a plain dogfight on Gallegos.
Well, I would think he'd want to move his head a bit more and just kind of keep it closer, right?
Oh, yeah. Try and get closer, keep your head on his chest, go down to the body. Geronimo landed a couple good shots.
Yeah, he did, but he got clipped there with that hook. He needs to be careful.
Gallegos beautiful with that step back counter.
This is Gallegos' first pro fight as we come now to the final 10 seconds of this round number 1. Doesn't seem like he has a lot of nerves for his first fight, huh?
Oh, yeah. Seems very composed. Doesn't have much jitters. Me, my first professional fight, I was pretty nervous getting used to, but after that first round, the jitters went away. Your composure starts kicking in. Everything follows along within the process.
What's going on through your mind in that first few instances before the bell rings in your first fight?
Oh my gosh, man, I walked into the ring and I thought this is real. Oh, you walk in, you see the smoke, you see your fans, you get excited. Sometimes you forget the game plan thinking you just want to impress your fans. But Gallegos seems to handle it pretty well. He's coming in sharp with that jab, coming in hard with those full leverage body shots from a distance.
Yeah, you would think on the surface, seeing the size difference between the two fighters, that Gallegos would have put out Geronimo right away. But you know what? Let me tell you something, man. Geronimo's game.
He's got some fight in him.
Yeah, he does. He's a little scrappy guy. We had round number 2, David versus Goliath, Gallegos versus Geronimo. Let's see if Geronimo can make Gallegos go timber. Here in this round number 2, we are at the Big Punch Arena. Man, Gallegos is ripped. He comes forward now. You know, I want to see Gallego pop that jab a little bit more, use that height and reach. Keep Geronimo at the distance, right, Brandon?
Oh, yeah, you got to stabilize him with that jab, especially
there
with a short person. You're going to have to stabilize him.
He has such leverage, too.
Beautiful leverage shots as he walks in.
With Geronimo coming in, I feel that Gallegos can almost time and just, boom, throw it straight and get so much leverage on it.
Beautiful leverage shots he's landing as he steps in. Hard body shots.
Is it hard for Gallegos to get any punches in the body, seeing the height difference between him and his opponent?
I mean, it's pretty hard, especially since you have Gallegos out from a distance. He's disciplined. He knows what to do as Geronimo steps in. Gallegos can step back and easily counter with those shots. So in Geronimo's side, he's going to have to go straight in, keep his head under Gallegos' chest, aim for the body, come back up top. He's going to have to make it a dogfight.
You know, to give Geronimo credit, he does move his head and his hip really, really well. He doesn't keep it there on line. He's constantly moving.
Let's clip with the right hand.
Needs to be careful here. The other thing that is apparent, you look at the face of Geronimo, he looks like he's a 17-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah, he looks young.
I hope he's not 17. I know they do go pro here in Mexico a little bit early.
Catch Gallegos with the left hook.
Yeah, the fans appreciating his effort here. Geronimo showing good movement here. And Gallegos just taking his time, being calm in there, getting his work in, not over forcing anything. Misses that 1-2 combination as Geronimo comes back trying to swing a big haymaker. Gets touched a bit there on the inside as he comes forward now. Final 10 seconds of this round number 2. The scrappy Marco Geronimo in there with the debuting fighter, Jonathan Gallegos. As Brandon, we take a look now here at the highlights from this last round. Good 3-punch combination there by Gallegos.
Gallegos missing those shots that he tries to throw. He's aiming too much for the headshot. So as you fight a smaller person, you always got to go try and aiming at the chest. So if he moves down, you still aim hitting at the head. If he moves back, you still aim hitting at the body. You have to aim at something, and the chest will be the best proper way to fighting a shorter guy.
So we're in round number 3. If you're telling Geronimo what to do from this point forward, what's the best way to approach this fight at this point with how it's unraveled and how Gallegos hasn't been letting his hands go too much?
So Geronimo coming in, I would direct him coming in, move that head, hands up. As Gallegos always comes back with those counters, you got to keep those hands up and come back with those counters as Gallegos counters you.
Round number 3, Jonathan Gallegos making his pro debut, up 2 rounds against Marco Geronimo
exactly what
here.
Geronimo needs to start doing, put down his head, down in his chest.
Good feint there, followed up by 2 punches by Gallegos.
Gallegos has that good stiff jab, knows when to stabilize it, good jab.
Stuck it there.
Very great combinations, especially with his counters.
There's that head movement we talked about from Geronimo. He's constantly moving it offline. Can't stay on the ropes though. He's gonna get timed with something. So he lands a hook, but Gallegos landing his own punches. Lead straight there from Gallegos. Follows it up with a stiff jab. Gallegos' best weapon up to this point in the fight has been that jab.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see him double it up though.
Double it up, mix it up, go back down to the body, come back up top with the head.
There, he just does it just right
Oh
now.
yeah.
Sneaky little hook there from him as well.
It's your best weapon as being a tall fighter.
Gets clipped there by Geronimo. If Jonathan's gonna be in there in the pocket, he needs to let go and get out. He can't stay there because he leaves himself to get clipped by a counter punch. Geronimo missing with that haymaker, hitting the shoulder of Gallegos.
You heard some leather pop there. If only that would have landed.
It seems Geronimo's handling the height a little bit better now. These punches that he's throwing, these overhands and these haymakers, just barely missing their target, but it seems he's getting a better grasp of the height.
Barely missing it. He seems to find the timing. You just got to keep inching up on him. You just got to keep inching up on him. Those right hands are starting to come through.
Gallegos is digging
Vicious
these
body shots.
Fouls it up again. Last 10 seconds. Let's see if either fighter can put something together that'll cause some drama here at the Big Punch Arena. I'm impressed with Geronimo at this point because looking at him coming into this fight and looking at the physique of Gallegos and then looking at Geronimo, I thought it was going to be a total wash, but
well, these looks are deceiving. You think
they are.
You see the bodies of one, you see their overload, they're not fit. sometimes you carry on and think in mind that these guys aren't going to last long until once you're in the ring, oh, they're going full-fledged force with you.
And it's so crazy, you know, you could be in gym shape, muscular and stuff, and then there's another shape. There's a fight shape, a cardio shape as well. And, you know, you look at a guy with the physique of Geronimo and you would think, okay, this guy can't last 2 rounds in a fight. And we're coming now to round number 4 as Pablo Flores announces here. The corner of Geronimo lifting his legs up. Maybe fatigue is setting in a little bit for him. Final round here. These lightweights in action. Jonathan Gallegos making his pro debut. Using that jab of his reach, his height. Stay ahead in this fight so far.
Geronimo.
Big overhand, yeah, finally lands for Geronimo. Finally able to time that. As he follows it up to straight to the body. Another overhand. Geronimo having his moments here in this round number 4. Tough kid in here.
Very tough.
And he keeps timing him with that overhand right. Why does Gallegos keep getting clipped with that overhand right?
Gallegos is maintaining that distance, especially Geronimo trying to come in. Gallegos isn't letting him. That's pretty much something Gallegos is specialty in, using that height. Something that Geronimo needs to work on is keep maintaining that hard jab, coming in, especially not letting him keep you on the distance. If you let him keep you on the distance, you're going to keep getting handled.
Yeah, that's been the punch for Geronimo this round. He's landed a few overhands, frustrating Gallegos. He's getting mad in there every time he gets tagged and it's forcing him to come forward.
Lead right hand.
Good work there from Gallegos to the body of Geronimo. Follows it up with 3-punch combination, ends it to the body, digs again to the body.
Geronimo lands that overhand right.
Yeah, he's been landing it this whole round. He's found something that's worked for him, but it's too little too late. Eats a hook there. Geronimo does. Gallegos letting his hand go. Deep breaths now from Geronimo.
Hard body shot by Gallegos.
Yeah, really digging in there. Final 10 seconds of this fight. Jonathan Gallegos, Marco Geronimo. Both fighters going the distance. The fans here applauding. And you know, Gallegos, his pro debut, looks the part, but still has a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
But that man right there, Marco Geronimo, man, what hard on him.
I see blood coming from Geronimo's back. Wonder who that's coming from.
You take a look at a replay now, a nice body shot being landed here earlier in the round. Oof.
Sets up that full leverage shot after coming back with that right hand.
Man, these body shots hurt so much. I'm surprised that Geronimo was able to take that. Scorecards now being turned into our ring announcer, Pablo Flores. obvious conclusion to think who the winner is of this fight, but you never know. This is boxing. Let's go ahead and take it up to Pablo now to read the scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we now have the judges' scorecards. Después de 4 rounds de combate, nos vamos con las tarjetas de los jueces. All 3 judges have the same scores of 40-36. Los 3 jueces, Iván Velasco, Carlos de la Rocha y Francisco Pacheco, coinciden en números con una puntuación de 40-36. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime. Puritito Durango, Jonathan Gallegos.
And there we see our winner,
Y también reconocimiento para su rival, para Marco Geronimo.
Jonathan Gallegos, getting the first win of his professional career. And Brandon, how does it feel to get the first win of your career? How'd you feel like?
Oh man, mine as well. Came down 4 rounds with the unanimous decision as well. I mean, finally you did it. You accomplished your first. You're getting your jitters out the way for going on with your professional career. Feels great.
A lot of work still to do though for Jonathan Gallegos. Like I mentioned, he looks the part, but needs to sharpen his tools a bit more. I'm sure he has a bright future. And same, honestly, with Marco Geronimo. He runs a few miles, does some sit-ups,
You're
start
good to
looking
go.
the part. Yeah, he's good to go.